Today we can learn about tokens and user input. Token is the smallest element of a Python. These are the Python tokens, keywords, variables or identifiers, operators, delimiters and literals. Identifiers are the name of any variable, constant, function or module. Keywords are special reserved words that have specific meaning. Literals are fixed numeric or non-numeric value. Operators are special symbols which represent computation. Delimiters are symbols which can be used as separators of values or to enclose some values. These are the delimiters. Now we can check one example. Here the first line is the command line in Python. Command starts with a hash symbol. We can insert commands anywhere in the program. Now we can identify the tokens in this program. Identifiers means variables, name, m1, m2 and tone. Here keyword is print. Then literal. Literal means numeric or non-numeric value. Here literals are Mira, 90 and 85. Then operators here, only one operator plus symbol. Then delimiters are parenthesis or bracket, then comma. Okay. So tokens are the smallest element in a program. Now we are going to learn how to take input from the user. Python provides two important functions for getting users input. First function is eval function. This function is used to evaluate the value of a string. That is, eval function takes a string value, after that converts the string as a number and returns the numeric result. For example, a equal to eval of 12 plus 8. Here we pass 12 plus 8 as a string. Then this eval function evaluates the string and returns 20 as the result. Now we can check one example in the Python terminal. For example, eval of 25 into 5. Okay. This eval function takes only string values. So you must enclose the numbers within single quotes or double quotes. Okay. If you pass a number without quotes, for example, eval of 56 plus 95, then this eval function displays an error. Okay. Suppose if you pass some text or characters, then also this function displays an error. For example, eval of hello. So it will display an error. See. So in this eval function, we can pass only numeric values enclosed within single or double quotes. Okay. Second function is input function. Input function is used to get data from the user. That means input function accepts string from the user without evaluating or converting its value. This is one of the simple program using input function. Here the name entered by the user will be stored in the variable name n. Okay. After that it displays the name combined with the welcome message. When you execute this program, you can see the prompt waits for the input. Here you can type any name. For example, Shreya. When you press the enter key, you can see welcome Shreya. So the input function always accepts string only. That means whatever the data user enters at the runtime, that will be considered as a string. So in case of numbers, you will not get the desired output. We can check one example. This program is for adding two numbers to the input function. Here variable name n1 for storing the first number and n2 for storing the second number. If I enter 45 and 30 are the two numbers, after the addition we are expecting the result would be 75. Right? Now we can execute this program. Here first number is 45 and second is 30. Instead of getting 75, we are getting 4530 only. Do you know why? This is because of 30 and 45 considered as a string. We have already learned in case of strings, plus operator acts as a concatenation operator. So it will join two strings only. If we need the mathematical addition, we need to convert the string into number. Here we can use one more function, that is in function. So this in function converts the inputted string value into integer value. So we can insert int input. Then for second number we can insert int function. When you execute this program, we will get the desired output. For example, same number we can give 45 and 30. So 75. So the first function, eval function, takes string value and converts or evaluates as a number. But in case of input function, takes string value from the user without evaluating its value as numeric. Then this int function convert the inputted string value into integer value. Okay. Similarly, we can use the float function also. This float function convert the inputted string value into float value. Here we can use float function. Float of input second number. Now we can enter any float value, that means point value. So the output will be float value.